For the last decade, we have seen oil prices continue to rise while oil companies continue to make record profits. We especially remember the recent spike at the pump where gasoline hit more than $4 per gallon and how it directly affected the U.S. economy. Why did this happen? Was it from the lack of drilling oil? Was it from speculation? Or was it from the lack of refining capacity here in the United States? After we discuss these three popular opinions, we will see why the United States government should stop distracting U.S. citizens from the real reason of the gas shortage and mandate the increase of our domestic refining capacity. And feel free to ask questions during this discussion if I need to clarify some points. Well, let's examine the first and most popular opinion. Are high gas prices at the pump caused by lack of drilling? According to the CIA, the U.S. consumes more than 20 million barrels of oil per day. And currently the U.S. drills more than 8 million barrels of oil per day. So we see there's a deficit of 12 million barrels of oil per day. So the theory is that if we drill more domestically, then oil prices will go down. And we recently heard a lot about this during the last presidential debate, where we heard McCain utter the words, "Drill, baby, drill." The intent was to mislead the public by thinking that if we drill more oil wells, then the price of gas at the pump would immediately go down. This sounds good in theory, but if we were to start producing more oil today, how soon could we see oil prices drop? The truth is that we would see little to no impact because our refineries are near 100% capacity. You can see here in this graphic by the American Petroleum Institute that from 1 barrel of oil, which is 42 gallons, that you can refine only 19 gallons of gasoline. You can see it's not a lot in the total barrel. The rest is refined for home heating oil and diesel fuel, kerosene, which is a type of jet fuel, and then you have some asphalts, lubricants, and so on.
So when would we see gas prices drop if we stop drilling more today?
Well, that is a good question. The problem today is not the quantity of oil, but how to get the gasoline from the oil. Since our refineries are near 100% capacity, the amount of oil we can refine to make gasoline is already maxed out. Without more refining capacity, our demand for gasoline is more than our supply, which drives the prices higher. Well, let's examine the second opinion. Are high gas prices caused by speculation? Well, first, what is speculation? Speculation in this case is the practice of buying up oil futures in order to drive the prices up short term and then selling at a profit. We do not have time to go into too much detail, but speculators played a major role in the skyrocketing oil prices last year. Between January and July, crude oil jumped to a record $147 per barrel, only to plummet 5 months later to a low of $32 per barrel.
Why did the price decrease so rapidly?
Well, because even though the demand continued to increase, it could not sustain those inflated prices. Recently, we have seen it average out to about $70 to $75 per barrel. So speculation will cause short spikes and lows in prices, but supply and demand is the main cause for long-term price increase. So let's examine the final opinion. Are high gas prices caused by our refining capacity? And if so, who is to blame? According to the Energy Information Administration, in 1981, the U.S. had 324 refineries. Today, there are only 149 refineries, even though demand continues to increase. So why is this? Jamie Court, the president of the Foundation for Taxpayer and Consumers' Rights, reported, "Oil companies know they can make more money by making less gasoline. This is proven because oil companies continue to make record profits." Now, if you see here, this is ExxonMobil's financial statement. And you can see in 2004, they made a record $25 billion. In 2005, it jumped to $36 billion. In 2006, they set a new record at $39 billion, more than any U.S. company in history. In 2007, they beat that record at $40 billion. In 2008, again, they beat that record at $45 billion. Again, more than any company in U.S. history. So in conclusion, what can stop this madness? Drill more? Stop speculation? No. The only way we'll be able to stop this is by the U.S. government speaking the truth to the American people. Yes, we need to look at cleaner, renewable energy. But short term, we need to stop allowing these large oil companies from fleecing America, and we can do this by mandating an increase in our refining capacity here in the United States.